Today, we become legends.
Hey, my name's Inter and welcome back to the channel for another interesting tier list video. I've had a lot of requests over the years, probably most of them not very serious, to rank every single skin in Smite, and while that will be absolute carnage, and I probably will never do it unless it's some kind of like sub goal or something on Twitch, what I can do is rank the skin themes, because there's still a hell of a lot of these. This isn't even every single one. There's some skins that you could argue are themed but aren't really. Like, to me, a skin theme is like where they share a very clear theme and look very similar. Like, there's some, you know, just like water skins, like that's not going to be in this list, because like if you look in like the actual like water skins like theme, they're all just very different skins that just have the slight relation of being like water based. But here we got all the ones that in my opinion share a very strong theme. There's about 50 of them, and so we're going to be ranking them all in a tier list format. Big shout outs to the Volya on Reddit. This is a 2-year-old post, so honestly in this file that we've got here, over here, he's done like all of the skin themes in their own folders with all of the skins in those folders. It's been insanely helpful for this. I probably wouldn't have been able to do this video without this legwork being done beforehand, so huge shout outs to the Volya on Reddit. But yeah, as I said, it's updated to patch 9.1, so when we look in some of these folders at some of the skins to show you guys examples of them, there may be some missing that have released in the last couple of years. And it's also possible there's like a new theme or two that has been released in the last couple of years that I'm also missing from this. But yeah, this is what we're going to be using as the base to show you all the skins and stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in with our first one, which is the avatar skins. This one has to go straight to S tier in my opinion. A lot of the crossover skins, like they have extra effort put into them. They look really cool. They're very unique, and so they will generally be higher placed. But Avatar is one of the best crossovers we've had, in my opinion. And Hyra's probably know this as well, given that they've added, you know, a bunch of new skins. You know, we had the initial Avatar event, and then we had like the ascended like avatar ones that are like different versions, and then we had Momo added. We'll probably get Appa at some point, maybe Appa Bakikujira or something like that. Like, they've really milked this theme hard, and for good reason. It's a very good theme. And so here's all the skins for those of you that are curious and haven't seen them or whatever. We got like Momo, Zula, Iroh, all of these ones. They're really cool. I'm not honestly the biggest fan of Avatar in the world. I've watched it, I like it, but I'm not like an Avatar super fan. But these skins are just really cool in my opinion. Definite S tier for that one. Moving on, we have Magic the Gathering, which I think I'll throw to A tier. I don't think it's quite as good as the Avatar crossover, but I do like these skins for the most part, and they are quite unique. And so we've got them all here. So, you know, basically a bunch of popular Magic the Gathering Planeswalkers made it in as Smite skins. I think the skins are all really cool. They're all like typical RPGs, because that's kind of what Magic is. I'm not a Magic player whatsoever, so I don't know any of these characters really, but I do still like the skins a lot, and I can appreciate them. The card arts are also really sick, how they're all like Magic the Gathering cards. I think that's really cool. So yeah, in general, really good crossover. Very happy with these skins. If I was a Magic player, this would probably go up to S tier, honestly. They are really well done. It's just I don't really play Magic that much. These are just like standard RPG skins for me. Next up, we have Monster Cap. So this one, I think I'm going to put in A tier, mainly for Crab Rape Kepri, honestly. I don't care too much for these skins, and you can see them all here, all the Monster Cap ones. Like, I honestly don't care for most of them. The only reason this skin theme is in A tier for me is literally Crab Rape Kepri. It's hilarious. You've got the dance, you've got the funny meme song. That's pretty much the only reason it's so high on this list. We'll put it in A tier. Next up is Nickelodeon, which is really a crossover I don't care for whatsoever, to be honest. It's still a crossover, and they're still quite unique and well done, so I think I will still throw it to C tier. But like, for me, these skins don't really hit the mark, honestly. They're more annoying than anything. If you're a big Nickelodeon fan, I suppose maybe you could enjoy these skins. For me, I don't really care for them. Ruby is next up. Again, something I don't really care for. I've not seen the Ruby stuff, but I do think these will go 1 tier higher. I think I'll throw these to B tier. And yeah, these are all the Ruby skins here. I think they're fine. I think they're pretty cool skins overall, but I don't really care for them overall too much, so we'll throw them to the B tier. Next up is RuneScape, which I think goes straight to S tier. Again, much like a lot of these crossovers, they haven't really done any crossovers for games that I play, honestly. They need like a Baldur's Gate or a Divinity Original Sin 2 crossover or something. I'll buy the hell out of that. But RuneScape still goes to S tier, mainly for the reason that it was such a unique idea and such a unique event that brought like new potential skin tech to the game. Like, the capes are really awesome. Like, the capes themselves really cool, but also what you could do with the tech of capes, you know, like adding different weapons or different like variants and armor pieces, like to make modular skins. That's something that I really hope they explore in Smite 2 a lot more. It's going to be a lot of work, obviously, but I'm willing to pay more for a skin if I can like retroactively swap out different armor pieces and capes and weapons onto my skin. I think that'd be absolutely sick. And also the quests and stuff to unlock the capes were really cool as well. So like the skins themselves, which I'll show you here. Yeah, these skins themselves, I'm honestly not that crazy for them. If I was a RuneScape player, I probably would be. I think Dom Chow for Mana is very funny, but the general idea of like the tech behind this event, I think was really cool, and that's mainly what bumps it up to S tier for me. TMNT, I'll throw to C tier as well. I really don't care for these skins, honestly. I'm not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles watcher. I wasn't in my youth either. And we obviously got a lot of these it was probably a quite popular event because they did a similar thing to the Avatar one where they kept adding them over time. Like, we originally got the turtles, and then we got like Krang, we got Slash, we got Splinter, a bunch of like extra ones over time. And I think they're pretty cool. I think if I was into TMNT as a kid, I would probably enjoy these skins a lot more. But we did get a lot of skins, and also they have like some pretty cool unique animations on a lot of the turtles and stuff like that. So honestly, with that said, I might bump up to B tier. I think it is better than the Nickelodeon ones, but still, I'm not really a massive fan. V Shoujo, I think, goes straight to F tier, honestly. Apologies, V Shoujo girls, if you're watching, which you're not, so I can talk shit about you all I want. The voice packs for these skins are just the most annoying piece of shit on the planet. I wish I could mute them and just use the God's voice pack. The skins themselves are also very like anime VTuber stuff that I'm not really a massive fan of. The skins are pretty bad. I mean, I'll show you the skins. They're not bad like fidelity-wise and graphics-wise. They're just really not for me. But yeah, here's all the skins. The skins, like, they're fine, as I said. Like, technically, they're fine. Just, I don't really like them, and the voice packs are just infinitely annoying, and there's no way I can stop people just spamming chat with annoying bullshit when they use these skins. So, unfortunately, they have to go to F tier for me. G.I. Joe, I think I'll throw to the same tier as Nickelodeon. Again, technically, they're quite impressive skins, and I think it's really cool that they get all these crossovers and stuff like that, but I really just don't care for G.I. Joe as a franchise whatsoever. And yeah, here's all the skins, as you can see. Again, they're pretty cool. I think if I was a fan of the franchise, I would enjoy these a lot more, but unfortunately, a lot of Smite's crossovers, they're just really not stuff I play or, like, watch or whatever. But moving on, that is most or all of the crossovers, I believe, out of the way. We got the food skins, which, of course, go straight to S tier. The food skins is one of the best themes in the game. You can see some of them here, so we got, like, you know, Bamba Beans and, like, Hamburger, Xing Chen and all that kind of stuff. Chef Vulcan, you all know these, they're really cool. And then there's also, I believe, some in another folder down here as well, the sweet skins. I would class these as food skins as well. They're all really sick. It's funny. It's a funny theme. I really enjoy these ones for the most part. Next up, we have the furry skins, which I believe have an actual, like, skin theme name, but I call them furry skins. I'm going to throw these to E tier because I hate furries. And yeah, here's all of those skins. They're called Heroes of the Wild. That's the actual name for them. But yeah, furries are cringe, so therefore they go in E tier in my opinion. This will probably come back to bite me in the ass saying that I hate furries. Probably in like 2 years time, that'll be considered politically incorrect, and then everyone will hate me for it. But yeah, fuck the furry skins, dude. They go to E tier. The Slayer School, so like the Slayer Schoolgirl line of skins, I actually do kind of like these a little bit. They are cringe in a certain way, but honestly, I think most of them are pretty decent. I'll throw them to C tier for now, but maybe I'll bump them up to B tier. Let's have a look at them. So yeah, this is the whole line. It's all like you know, schoolgirl or schoolboy, I suppose, with Mercury themed, and they all have like ties on and like school outfits, but they're also like kind of badass with weapons and shit. And yeah, I think most of these are pretty decent. Like the Blown one's all right, the Milan one's really cool, the Najjar one's kind of fine. Like honestly, they're not that bad. I think I might bump them up to B tier. Honestly, they're pretty cool skins. Next up though is Cosmic, which goes straight to the S tier. This is one of my favorite skin lines in the entire game. Honestly, it's one of quite a long running skin line as well. It's all these like purple galaxy themed like galaxy skin, like skin as in the actual skin of the god, like for these skins. I think they all look really sick. Honestly, Ganesha is red for some reason, but the rest of them are all purple. Honestly, all of these skins are amazing. I own a lot of them. Cosmic Soul was my favorite skin in the game for a long time, for like a couple of seasons, in like season 2 and 3 when the skin initially released. I absolutely love this skin line. I think it's great. Next up is the Infinite skins, which I think are also really good. Probably not quite as good as the Cosmic ones though, so I'll throw them to A tier. These are the ones with like the sort of transparent skin and like floating organs inside them. It kind of sounds terrible when I describe it, but they look really cool. And you can see all of them here. So like, yeah, honestly, I mean, some of these you could argue aren't even in the skin line, but like the ones that really are in the skin line, like the Agni one, the Morgan Le Fay one, the Vimana one, the Sun Kong, the Ola one, all that kind of stuff. They just like look like really sick skins in my opinion. They look really good in game as well. Next up is the DJ skins. So this is going to be a tough one to place because for me, I really am not a fan of these skins. And I think the music aspect of them is really obnoxious sometimes. I'm not a big fan of dance music, and people running around playing it in my ears while I'm waiting for my camps to spawn is super annoying a lot of the time. But there's also a lot of really cool tech with these skins in terms of like if you have multiple of them and you do that global emote to play at the same time, they'll sync up and perform like a proper song, which I think is a really cool aspect of them, like some really cool tech there. And so I think overall I'll throw them to C tier. Granted, this is sort of a milquetoast fence sort of placement. You know, there's gonna be some people that say, nah, they're garbage, they're annoying, they should go to F tier. There's gonna be some people that say, nah, they're my favorite skins in the game, they go to S tier. And I can kind of see both sides of that argument. I think there's some really cool tech, but they're also super annoying sometimes, so I think I'll throw them to C. Next up we have Chibi, which I think I will throw to at least A tier. Probably just A tier, honestly. I don't think it's quite on the level of these ones that I have in S tier at the moment, but I do like the Chibi skins. I think they're funny. And you can see them all here. There's probably even a few more in the last couple of years since this guy compiled all of the skin themes. But yeah, one of the longest running skin lines in the game. Very popular thing to be Chibi with the big heads and stuff. I think most of these are really good, honestly. I like them. Plushie skins, I think, go in the same tier as Chibi skins. They're a similar kind of theme, I suppose, in that they're all like sort of a little bit cutesy and childish. And here's all of the plushie skins. skins, they all have this, like, you know, woolen texture on the side. I think they're really unique. They're pretty cool as well. The voice packs can sometimes get a little bit over the top and annoying, but other than that, I really do like this line. Next up is the onesie skins. I really don't care for these. I think they'll be our first D tier on the list. It's basically just the gods all in onesies. They're really cutesy. Definitely not really the kind of skin that appeals to me, honestly. But I'm sure if you're into this kind of stuff, you'll probably place these a lot higher, but this is my list. They're going to go in D tier. I'm not a big fan of them. Next up are the Machina skins, which I think go to at least A tier. Probably not worthy of S tier, I don't think. I'm trying to reserve S tier for like the top of the top. But the Machina skins are really cool, honestly. I think it's a really cool theme. Obviously, we got the Nike one. I believe Nike was the first one in this line. Just looks really sick. It looks good in game as well. Like, it's not just the card art. It looks good for that one. The other ones as well, also really cool. I think it's a cool line in general. The Ymir one as well. The Ymir one's also pretty sick. They just look really cool. Very good, well-designed skin line. Next up, we have the Stargate skins, which are fine, in my opinion. I don't think they're anything too special. I'll probably throw them to B tier alongside, like, the Skull Slayers. They're just a decent skin line that I'm kind of fine with. And these are all the Stargate ones here. There's some that, like Anubis is, like, worst ever skin, pretty much. It probably wasn't designed to be in this line, but he's put it in the folder anyway. But yeah, it's generally these like Star Tamer, Star Eater, Star Strike, Star Scribe. These are like the 1-star Lance as well. And I think they're fine. There's nothing wrong with these skins. They're not my favorite in the world by any means, but they're absolutely fine. I think they're a pretty decent line. Next up, we have the Tron/Filename skins. So like Run.XD Mercury and Hun.Bat, Hunbats and stuff. I think these are pretty good. I'm going to throw them to A tier. And you can see them all here. They're all like Tron themed. They're pretty cool. They're very unique. They have funny names, which I like. You know, Hun.Bat and Run.XE and stuff like that. And yeah, I think they're a pretty good line overall. Moving on, we have pirate skins, which go to... Do I want to really throw pirate skins to S tier, man? Some of them are really just, like, so old and so bad, but it's pirate skins, dude. They're kind of funny. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to put pirate skins in S tier. They're one of the longest running lines in the entire game. They've been in the game probably since beta, but they're honestly just a great line. They're a classic. And you can see them all here. They're arguably, like, a line that really doesn't have, like, a strong core theme. Like I said at the start of the video, I want them all to have a strong core theme or, like, visual design that really ties them together. Pirates kind of don't. Like, a lot of these skins do look very different from each other, especially like, you know, the Dread Admiral Artemis one, or like the Vulcan one doesn't really look the same as a lot of these other ones. And Ao Kuang Admiral definitely looks very different. So like, they're not really as tied together as they probably should be, but a lot of them are, you know, like the tier one, the Susano one, the Sobek one, the Poseidon one, the Taket one, the Neath one. All of these ones are like quite well tied together. And honestly, dude, it's pirate skins. They're a classic. Sobek's pirate skin, I believe, was the first one, and it's been out since fucking forever, probably since like 2014 or something. They're just a great line, an absolute classic. I will throw them to S tier. But from S straight to F, next up we have Kawaii, which goes straight down the F tier for basically the same reason the V-Shoujo skins are down in the F tier. The voice packs are just super fucking annoying. Kawaii would go below the V-Shoujo ones though, because I think the V-Shoujo ones, they do look kind of nice, like visually. The Kawaii ones look cringe as hell, and the voice packs are even more annoying than the V-Shoujo ones probably. This is probably the worst skin line in the game. Now that I'm looking at these ones, this is probably the entirely worst one. So it's going to be right at the bottom of F tier. Screw the Kawaii skins, dude. And you can see them all here. You know, it's the fucking annoying Kawaii Bastet, it's the annoying Kawaii Skadi. It's all of these ones. They're all terrible. They piss me off, dude. Cthulhu is the only one because it has a kind of funny play on words. It's kind of funny, but other than that, nah, screw these skins, dude. F tier. Molten Brimstone skins. These are good. These are good. I think I'll probably throw them to A tier. They're just a pretty classic line. It's a very expansive line. There's plenty of these skins. And you can see them all here. They've kind of been combined a little bit in this guy's list. We got like the Molten ones and also the like Ragnarok and Brimstone ones kind of like all combined into one line. This is kind of verging on being, you know, just like fire skins, like I mentioned at the beginning with like water skins or whatever, but they do generally have quite a strong theme that ties them together. And honestly, I don't really see a skin I dislike here. They're all really cool. The fire theme I think is really good. Like the Cthulhu one is definitely a standout. Jormungandr's one is very cool as well. Obviously the Ula tier 5 is in here, which, you know, kind of a little bit of a cop-out, but obviously that's a cool one. It's a tier 5. Next up we have the Galaxy skins, which I think also go to S tier. I'm a big simp for space themed skins. I think they always look really cool. Aside from Stargate, those ones are kind of like a different sort of thing. But yeah, the Galaxy ones look really nice in my opinion. There's actually not many of them at all. There's maybe been one or two more that have released since 9.1 when this list was compiled. There might be more than this, but yeah, these are the general theme. They've got like the oranges and then they've got like a black hole like somewhere, you know, like on the forehead for Vulcan or like in her chest for Nox. I think it's a really cool color scheme. They look sick. It's just a really good theme. Next up we have the Nightmare skins, which I think I'll throw to C tier. I don't really care for these, honestly. They're not terrible. but they're not great. Middle of the tier list, C tier. And yeah, as of patch 9.1, there's only 2 of these. There may be more since then that have been added. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, this is a general idea of the skin. They're fine. They're nothing crazy though, in my opinion. We'll throw them to C tier. Next up, we have the Grim/Cyber theme skins, which I think I'll put to B. These are just like on the upper end of average. I'm not really too enthused about these, honestly. Also, quite an old line, quite a long-standing line. I believe the first one was Hades, I want to say, and then they released quite a few afterwards, like Nox and Guan Yu and stuff. They've got a very strong theme that ties them together. I think they're fine skins. I do feel like the voice packs are a little bit kind of grating on them sometimes. They're like hard to listen to for an entire match of people spamming voice lines with these skins, because they've got this kind of like weird distortion effect on them. But in general, I think they're a pretty good skin line. The buddy skins, I'll throw where the onesie skins are. I think these skins are fine, like on a objective level, but really I'm just not a big fan of them. Yeah, Buddy Adventurers, I believe, is the actual like a proper name for the skin line. And yeah, here's a few of them. You got like the Athena one. You got like the Changa one. I think they're fine. They're nothing too crazy, but they're not really for me. Next up, we have Christmas skins, which I think I'll throw to... Oh, where do I put these, dude? Because, like, it's Christmas skins, they're kind of cool. Like, I enjoy, like, the theme. But also, a lot of them are very old and very bad. And also, like, Christmas skins, if you're using them outside of Christmas, you kind of look a bit cringe. So, like, you don't get as much use out of them as you would really want to. You kind of only want to use these, like, in December, really. So, I think, honestly, I'll throw them to C tier. It's kind of similar to the DJ/dance skins. I think there's strong arguments to put them in S, but there's also strong arguments to put them in F. So, I think I'll average them out and put them in C tier. And yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot of these. It's been Christmas many times over Smite's life cycle. The original, what was the original? Was it Bacchus? I think it was Bacchus. But yeah, you've had a ton of these. Maybe Hell was the original one, actually. It could have been Hell. But yeah, there's some of these that are very old, like the Bacchus one and the Hell one and the Fenrir one and stuff. There's some more new ones as well, like the Daji one that look a bit nicer. But yeah, it's Christmas skins. You don't really need too much explanation on what they are. Next up, we have the Hippie skins, which honestly I think are kind of funny. I do like the Hippie skins. I think minimum B tier. And yeah, here's all the Hippie skins. There may be more that have been released since the start of season 9, but yeah, they're all like weed or drug themed for the most part. Like you have Fungi Merlin, who's supposed to be on shrooms, and then you have Bacchus, who is clearly drinking and doing weed, which is obviously a great combination. Definitely do that, kids. But yeah, it's the Hippie line. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think they're decent skins overall. I think the voice packs are pretty funny as well, so we'll throw them to B. Next up, we have the Halloween skins, which I think I'll just throw in the same tier as the Christmas skins. There's some that are really great. There's some that are very old and dated, and also you don't really want to be using them outside of like October or anything. Same argument for Christmas skins, basically, for the Halloween skins. And yeah, much like the Christmas skins, there's also quite a lot of these ones as well, because it's been Halloween many times over the years. But yeah, there you go. Next up, we have the creepy doll skins, which go straight to F tier in my opinion. Very much like the VShojo and the Kawaii ones, they have super annoying voice packs in my opinion. And for me, like, using the skins is a big part of it, but also having your teammates use the skins is another big part of it. And having to listen to these voice packs 24/7 is just super cringe, so I really don't want to deal with that. And the dolls have some of the most cringe, annoying voice packs in the entire game. The skins themselves are kind of fine. It's a very unique theme, but the voice packs really just drag these down. And yeah, there's 3 of them here. I think there might be more that have released since, but yeah, these are all of the creepy doll skins. Next up is Funpocalypse, which I think I'll throw to C tier. These skins, the skins themselves, is a very unique theme. I like it a lot, that kind of like Wastelander style theme. They are dragged down a little bit by annoying voice packs though. Much like these ones, they're nowhere near as annoying as these ones, which is why they're not an instant F tier, but they do have some pretty annoying voice lines, honestly. It's just like over the top, screamy kind of voice lines that really annoy me when I'm having to listen to them all the time in game. But the skins themselves, I think, are kind of fine. They're not really for me, but I think they're pretty decent skins overall. Just the voice packs drag them down a little bit, so we'll throw them to C. Next up is the Bees, which I think I'll throw to C as well. I don't really care for these all too much. There's not that many of them either. Again, there may have been more released since 9.1, but these are the ones that were out there. And I think they're fine. You know, they're pretty cool skins. I like the yellow and orange theme. I think it's quite a good color scheme, but I'm not really a massive fan. Next up is the cartoon skins, which go straight to S tier. They do kind of cheat. Let's pull them all up. And yeah, these are all of the cartoon skins, at least as of 9.1. There may be more, as I've said many times throughout this video. But yeah, these ones kind of cheat in a certain way, because Aphrodite and Cthulhu are tier 5s, and then Scylla and Baron Samedi are like exclusive special skins that were event rewards that cost way more gems than a normal skin and have way more effort put in than a normal skin. So yeah, these do kind of cheat because they're all very expensive, super special skins. There's no like normal skins in this line, at least not as of 9.1. But they're all amazing, dude. They're all amazing. Honestly, the Aphrodite one annoys me a little bit, but other than that, like the Cthulhu one's sick, the Scylla one's sick, the Baron one's sick. They're just a generally great skin line, straight to S tier. Demon Hunters, I think I'll throw to B tier. It's a fine skin line. I like it. There's nothing too special about it. And you can see them all here. Again, it's a pretty decent skin line. line, but it's nothing too crazy unique or special. Gentleman skins is an easy S tier in my opinion. These are an absolute classic of Smite. They've been out for many years at this point, probably over a decade since the first one released. And yeah, you can see all of them, or most of them here. They all have top hats, they all speak in very posh British accents. I think it's great as a Brit myself. And they all have some absolute classic voice lines, like Anher's "a monument to my opulence," and Fenrir's "Fenrir with a top hat." Like, there's some absolute great lines from these ones. They have amazing voice packs. Just overall great skins, definitely worthy of S tier. Next up we have the Geckos, which I think will go to A tier. I like these skins a lot. They're one of the few like cutesy skins that I actually really do like. And yeah, here's some of them. I'm pretty sure more have released since 9.1, but they're a really unique theme. I like them a lot. Next up we have the Wasteland skins, which I think I'll throw to B. They're a very just like slightly above average skin line in my opinion. And yeah, you can see them all here. They're all a little bit sort of almost like Borderlands or Mad Max kind of themed. They're pretty cool. I'm not a massive fan of them overall, but yeah, they're decent. We'll throw them to B tier. Vaporwave, I think I'll throw to D tier. Not a big fan of these skins, honestly. The whole like futuristic, like almost sci-fi like thing with them, I'm not really a big fan of. But luckily there aren't that many skins in this line. There's probably been a few more since 9.1, but yeah, there's not really that many in them, so I'd have to deal with them all too often. Retro. So Retro's an interesting one, dude. I think I'll throw Retro to A tier. And by Retro, these are all like the classic skins. There's like Retro Cleese, Retro Nua, and they're like all the classic ones as well. And obviously these skins on a technical level are very unimpressive. They're the old versions of the gods that got remodels because they didn't look very good. But I think it's really cool that you can still play as these ones. I like to use them from time to time. Retro Cleese with the Kevin Sorbo voice pack is one of my all-time favorite Hercules skins. And the other ones, like, it's fun to use. Especially like Ao Kuang, I like a lot because it's, you know, very, it's for Kukulkan, obviously. So it's a completely different god than it originally was. I think that was quite cool. And even some of them look better than their new redesigns, in my opinion. Like Apollo looks better in his old design. Athena looks better in his old design. And yeah, they're just a really cool skin line. Very unique, obviously. Obviously, they didn't have to do any work to actually make these buyable or anything. They're pretty much just getting free money out of us. But a lot of the time, they were free in some way. And I think it's a really cool skin line. Shadow Spirit, straight to S tier. One of my favorite lines in the game, dude. This is a really sick line of skins. And there's absolutely loads of them to choose from, which I think is really cool. So yeah, as you can see, there's absolutely crap loads of them. And there's probably been more since 9.1. These are all like the sort of, you know, they have masks. They're a little bit sort of almost voodoo themed in a little bit of a way. And yeah, all of these just look absolutely sick, man. Like, I own a lot of these. I would like to own more of these than I do currently. I mean, just look at this one for hell, dude. Absolutely sick. And then like what was the original one of this line? I think it might have been the Apache one, maybe the Hombat Swan. Those are some like the more old ones. But yeah, this line is absolutely sick, dude. Pretty much every skin in this line absolutely bangs. Plague Doctor, I think I'll throw it to B tier. Plague Doctor is a pretty decent overall skin line. They do have slightly annoying like effects on their voice packs sometimes. But yeah, you can see them all here. In this folder, there's some like plague themed skins that are like sort of toxic, like this Hebo one, that aren't like necessarily a Plague Doctor. But in general, like all the Plague Doctor versions of the skins, I think they're all pretty decent. I like them. Next up, we have the Pixel/Bit skins, which I think are at least A tier, dude. I really like these. We'll drop them in A tier for now, but let me have a look at them. I might bump them up. So yeah, here they all are. So there's like, you know, the Bit ones like Bit Slayer and Bit Builder. And there's like the Pixel ones like Discordia and Cernanos and stuff like that. The Freya one as well. I think Freya was the original of this line before it was really even a line. And honestly, these are all really sick, dude. They all have really cool like retro like sound effects for their abilities. They have really cool ability FX as well. I honestly, yeah, I've convinced myself this is going to S tier, dude. The Pixel skins are really cool. Primal, I think will go to A tier though. Primal can take its place. This is a pretty good skin line. I really like it. And so you can see them all here. The original for this skin line maybe was the Artemis Cave Girl one, I think. But yeah, they're all really cool. They're not quite worthy of S tier in my opinion, but it's a really nice skin line. I own quite a lot of these. Neon, I'm not a massive fan of. I think we'll throw it to C tier. Yeah, some of these I think are okay. Like, I like the Rama one, I like the Jablanque one, but then like they start to get a little bit more into this sort of like a futuristic like edgelord, not really edgelord, but like teen futuristic like style with like the Naja one and the Freya one that I'm not really a massive fan of. They're a little bit all over the place. There's some decent ones, there's some not so decent ones, so I think C tier is a pretty reasonable place. Next up we have the Murica skins, which go straight to S tier. I'm not Murican, I'm British, I drink a bottle of water, but honestly these skins are absolutely top tier. Yeah, they're called patriotic in this skin thing. There's a bunch of them here. There might even be more that have released since 9.1. There probably is. This skin line's just great though. It's all for the meme. It just takes the over-the-top American patriotism to its absolute extreme, and I think it's hilarious. Primordial. So some of you might not even know that this skin line exists. There's like very few of these skins, but I think they're really good overall. We'll throw it to A tier. So yeah, as of 9.1, there was only 2 of these skins. There might be more now, but I think they're a really cool design. Like this like white and like prismatic theme. I think it looks really cool. I'm not sure why there isn't more of these. Maybe people don't buy them, but I really like them. I think they're a cool theme. Not quite worthy of S tier in my opinion, but definitely worthy of A tier. Next up is the Fairies, which I think I'll throw to D tier alongside like the other cutesy like onesie and bunny ones. I'm not really a big fan of these skins. And you can see them them all here, or most of them. There's probably a few more since 9.1, but yeah, they're all like fairy themed. They've all got wings. They're all like insect themed. They're okay, but they're not really for me. And finally, we have the spectral themed skins, which I think I'll throw to A tier as well, alongside sort of like Primal and Molten / Brimstone. There's a lot of these, and they're all pretty good. So yeah, you can see them all here. They're often green themed, but not always. There's some like blue, like they're often like sort of green or blue themed. There's a few purple ones, one orange one or whatever, but green and blue is the general theme of them, and it's all these like kind of spectral ghost themed skins. I think they all look really good. Honestly, now that I've had a look at them all, I think maybe it deserves S tier. This is like a really good skin line. This is like on the level of Shadow Spirits. It's not as good, but it's like on that level where like there's a bunch of these skins and they all absolutely bang. But yeah, there you go. That's all of the like core skin lines in my opinion. There's a few more that you could argue are skin lines, but I really wouldn't argue so. They don't really share enough of a theme. They're just kind of like water skins or like fire skins or whatever. And you know what? These aren't ordered at the moment, but I will order them. I think we'll order them here. So I think Shadow Spirits is my favorite line in the game. I think Shadow Spirits goes right up here. Food is probably my second favorite because it's funny as hell. Pixel / Bit is definitely up there. We'll move this one up a little bit. I think Avatar being here is fine. RuneScape being here is fine. Cosmic here is fine. Spectral definitely goes above a lot of these ones. We'll probably put Pixel like there. Galaxy, I mean, Cartoon is really good. The thing is, Cartoon cheats, but I guess we'll put it where it should be. Cartoon is like here. Gentleman probably goes above these ones here. Actually, maybe like here. America is fine. Honestly, America's not that great. We'll probably put America at the bottom of this tier. Yeah, I think that is fine for an ordering of S tier. In terms of A tier, is there anything that particularly stands out here? I like Primal. I like Molten / Brimstone. I like Primordial a lot. Machina is very good as well. Infinite is also really good. I think Infinite goes to the top. Machina goes up here as well. Magic probably goes somewhere near the bottom. Monster Cat, well, somewhere in the middle is fine. It has like one good skin, but it's such a good iconic meme skin that I think is great. Chibi probably goes somewhere up here as well. Plushie can go near the bottom, probably just above Magic. Retro is probably fine there. Gecko is probably Retro above Gecko. And maybe the Tron skins go like way near the bottom, actually. Moving on to B tier. What's the best in B tier? Probably Plague Doctor and Demon Hunter are some of the better ones in here. Skull Slayers is pretty decent too. TMNT goes to the bottom. Ruby goes to the bottom as well. Grim Cyber goes over Stargate. We'll do it like this, I think. I think that's fine for B tier. Next up is C tier. What are the best ones in here? The DJ Dance skins are pretty cool. They have some nice unique effects. Christmas and Halloween probably go to the bottom of C tier. Actually, not quite the bottom. G.I. Joe and Nickelodeon go below those. Funpocalypse, Nightmare. Yeah, Nightmare probably goes like way down here, just above these. Neon probably goes above B's, and I think that's fine for C tier. D tier, we'll put the... this might actually be in a good order. Maybe Fairies above Vaporwave, but then that is fine. E tier is already ordered, and then F tier, Kawaii goes below Dolls, and actually Dolls probably goes above V-Shoujo. I think that's fair ordering there. So yeah, there you go. Absolute favorite skin line of the game is Shadow Spirits. Absolute least favorite is Kawaii because they're not in voice packs. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Do you have an absolute favorite and a least favorite from this skin line? Let me know in a comment down below, and I'll reply to you telling you if you cringe. Let me know if there's any other tier list ideas you want to see from me, and I'll catch you guys for another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.